Okay, this is for Boba WZ, who's thinking about their development. They play on a the high school team, and they also play for a club, and this club has been essential for their growth, but they're also looking for ways to improve. They feel, or you feel frustrated because you're wondering maybe it's a better choice to go to an ECNL team, and right now you're playing varsity as a freshman. So your concern is, how do I make sure I'm growing, but also being true to myself. So I feel like there's a bit of a disconnection and you want to figure out how to think about how to improve every day, how to set yourself up to improve for the future, especially when it relates to team training and putting yourself in a good environment to train. So first and foremost, you want to have your own personal regimen, right? You want to be able to measure your growth through your training, and this helps. And the way you could do that is to create a video log, maybe to post, but maybe not at all, right? You don't have to post a single thing to the internet. You could keep it as a personal training vlog. And that way you could look back a year or 2 years or 5 years and say, wow, okay, this is what my touch was looking like. This is how my juggling was looking like. These are the things I was working on. This is what my movement training, skills training, speed training looked like a year ago, and see how you progressed. And, having a personal blog will help you analyze your training and grow for the future. So when you have a personal, team training is important and has its place, but when you have a daily training routine, a daily training regimen that you can look forward to, that brings you peace, that brings you joy, that you can take with you all over the world, right? It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter if you're in freaking prison, or it doesn't matter if you're at the top of the Eiffel Tower. It's something that you could do, that you start to learn and you make better and better, right? Your training ritual, you start to change it a little bit every day, just by learning new things, learning from other players, learning from other from coaches, right? You want to improve the quality of your training every day, and that's through thoughtful practice. Even if it's 1 minute a day, if you can improve your daily training, maybe it's the quality, how fast you can get into a zen-like state, the quality of your breathing, is it relaxed? Can you use it as a stress reliever? Can you use it as a warm-up, right? As long as you're getting touches, you're developing. It's the art of meditative practice, so that after, your heart rate is actually lower, despite you increasing your movement, right? So can you feel better after your workout and your heart rate be lower, right? So that's a challenge I think about sometimes through my daily practice. Yes, in terms of team training, yes, your current team has provided you with relationships and contacts, and you have a level of trust with them, and that's super important. And I'm not encouraging you leave, especially if you're not you never want to be the best player on your team. If you're the best player on every team that you play on and every team that you train on, I believe that you're on the wrong team, because, right, you should be at least, I think, the worst player on every team you play on, because then you have to improve, you have to raise your level of play, level of awareness, and learn through assimilation or osmosis, right? Because if everyone's playing at a faster tempo or a faster rate, just to keep up, you're gonna have to start to improve, or they can share some tips with you, and you can improve by listening to their feedback or watching their play. The only thing that is tough when the worst player on your team is perhaps psychologically, because if it drains you to know that you're the worst, you actually want to seek out teams where you can learn from all the other players. Right? If you're the best, then it's hard for you to grow. You'll actually get worse by learning the maybe poor habits, I believe, from poor players. So you want to strive to be never the best player on your team. I think that's a good fundamental rule. I think it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't hurt you to explore teams, ECNL teams, even if it's a tryout, even if it's a kick around, even if it's a practice. You know, that doesn't that won't ruin your relationship with your other team, your current team. If anything, the current coaches of your current team, they should encourage you to seek out better training, because the better you get, the more that you can share with your current team. Right? It's like a virtuous cycle. The more you learn, the more you can teach, the more you can teach, the more you can improve, and you just want to keep on growing as a player and as a person on and off your team. So, to recap, be thoughtful about your current training. Improve your current training every day, right? Get a little bit better every day. And there are things that you could do to do that, right? Juggling. If you're not spending a few minutes a day juggling, that would be a great place to start. Even if you have this mindset of, I'm a freshman playing on a varsity team. I was a freshman who played on a varsity team, and it doesn't mean shit. The thing that matters the most is can I improve a little bit every day? Can I recognize that I'll never be the player who I could be tomorrow? You can always improve. Even if you're 99 years old, you could still find joy in the practice of improving. It's the journey that you seek, not the result at the end of a game, right? You want to be able to play in lots of different games, not just soccer, right? The game of life is learning new things and growing your relationships and being better than who you were yesterday. It's failing, it's growing, right? So it's not just about the soccer. On a deeper level, it's about learning. So I want to encourage your curiosity into your daily practices, and right, and maybe be more thoughtful about not just growing your game, but growing who you want to be as a person 10 years from now. What are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? And how can those connect? How can you use soccer as a vehicle to just grow your life? And so I think a lot of that, you can grow your life just through little habits, daily practice. James Clear wrote this book called Atomic Habits. That was super life-changing, super influential on my thinking. So I think it'll definitely help you if you're a young player, and help you instill some habits and talk about the power of little habits. The second thing, juggling, right? If you check out _Ty.fitness_ on Instagram, this gentleman, if you start to learn some of his juggling patterns, it's some simple patterns that will unlock your potential as a player. You copy, you learn, or you watch and you emulate some of his juggling techniques. You will surpass players at the highest level by doing the simple things, and if you do them a little bit every day, you will see yourself grow as a player rapidly. So, right, those are two things right there, right? It's the daily practice, and then the juggling in particular. And the third thing that's so effortless and so much fun and addicting is a skills kick trainer. I cannot talk about this thing enough. It's just a ball and a rope, right? Muhammad Ali, he trained 6 days a week, all day. And I'm not saying that you're trying to be a professional boxer, or you might not want to go pro, but if you're committed to soccer and you want to improve, you want to grow your life through soccer, a skills kick trainer will help grow your game in a fun way. I highly recommend it, right? $20 off Amazon. You won't regret it. So, right, those are three things that you could do to just grow your life, grow your game, and I hope this helps you think about your journey forward, and reach out with any questions. Okay, thank you.